his horses, you can pick out some interesting things. There is still plenty more to come tonight on Breeders' Crown Night. Back with more in just a minute.
Dominant trotting stallions, tremendously dominant in the sport today. One of them is Speedy Crown, and the other is Super Bowl, who has sired two winners here in the Breeders' Crown. Sharon Smith visited him in his paddock.
Super Bowl, at the age of 16, is comfortable in his role as one of the two premier trotting stallions in North America. He's calm and good-natured, although he weighs a bit more than he did in his racing days. According to Hanover Shoe Farm President John Simpson Sr., his presence on the farm is invaluable.
It sure is, and we sure need him. As you know what kind of a racehorse he was. He was a champion at 2 and 3. At the time he was racing, he won more money than any other trotter had ever won as a 3-year-old. He was a Triple Crown winner, and out of 51 starts, he made one break in all of his races.
Super Bowl has certainly lived up to his race record in his stud career. Among his offspring, both Breeders' Crown Trot winners so far this year, Sandy Bowl and Express Ride. Among his other champions and classic winners, Legend Hanover, Super Lou, Davidia Hanover. He is passing on his qualities. Even the negative ones aren't a problem.
A lot of his offsprings have splints. Those are calcium deposits on their cannon bones inside under their knee. And that's supposed to cause lameness, and it will. But Super Bowl's splints are taken care of by veterinarians and trainers that take care of them, and they never bother him racing. And each year, he has a number of trotting 2-year-old colts that win races, become world champions, and this year he also has trotting fillies. This year he's got a 2-year-old trotting filly with a world's record on a 5/8 of a mile track. And they go on and race at 3 and 4, just like Sandy Bowl. And had the world champion 3-year-old trotter on a half-mile track at Delaware, Ohio. Master Willie, who won. He's a consistent sire of both sexes, and they trot, and they're easy to train.
Along with the Speedy Crowns, the Super Bowl yearlings are in great demand. If you have a lot of money, you might try to buy this one, a brown colt who is a full brother to one of the best 3-year-old trotters of the year, Ron Beat Hanover. He is to be sold next week. He's being shown at the farm right now. He's got quite a reputation to live up to. You know, Stan, it's certainly a good thing that both Speedy Crown and Super Bowl exist, because without both of them, who on earth would you breed your Speedy Crown mares to or your Super Bowl mares? What are they going to do? Two stallions dominate so tremendously.
Well, since you mentioned it, who on earth? The answer is across the ocean in France. France used to breed to American stallions, and they closed their stud book in the 1930s. And they have evolved and developed their own great trotting breed with some magnificent champions, and Scandinavia is now. So the answer is to breed and crossbreed French blood with American. It's tough because the French have a very restrictive stud book. The barriers are coming down, and I think the super trotter may someday evolve from the French and American breed combining.
We pretty much have got to do it, because what do you do with the next generation that have both of these stallions up close in their pedigrees?
Somehow Mother Nature always seems to get herself out of a corner, though, Sharon, and she probably will work her way out of this one, too.
Well, it is wonderful to see these great stallions. Super Bowl, if you're curious, looks marvelous. He isn't an aggressive stallion at all. He didn't want to run, but he looks healthy and happy, and he's living happily in Pennsylvania. We are happy to be at Garden State Park in New Jersey. It is one of the most magnificent racing establishments anywhere in the world. The paddock we've told you about is really something. That is where Kenny Rice is. Let's go down to Kenny right now. Kenny?